Many of us start the year with New Year's resolutions, but within a few weeks or months, we lose that momentum. Well, today, we're having a conversation with someone who is incredible and was able to transform her life for the better and wrote an awesome book about it. With us now is Lisa Niver, author of Bravish, One Breakup, Six Continents, and Feeling Fearless Over 50. This is the book. Thank you so much for joining us, Lisa.
Oh my gosh, thank you for including me in your program. It's such an honor for me to be here with you.
Well, listen, I am a really big fan because you just so eloquently write about your experiences. So tell us a little bit about the book. You start off with this really real life dramatic scene, this moment where you have been hit by your husband, you're laying on the ground in Thailand. Tell us a little bit about what led you to that point and then what comes after that.
Okay, so this book is, the beginning of this book is the very end of my marriage, which was dramatic and terrible. And honestly, I remember lying there on the ground in Thailand and just thinking, how could this have happened to me? That this wasn't what my life was supposed to be. We were traveling together in Asia and things were getting bad and worse, and then it was a disaster. And I tell people it's sort of almost like feeling like you're in an accident, like your car ran off the rails, or Los Angeles this month. Like, we didn't expect to have a fire, and then another fire, and then 5 fires, and then this week a plane crash. That's how it felt, that my life just hit the rails. And so I came back to Los Angeles and I tried to figure out what to do with my life and restart. And so I had an eye problem, and my eye doctor here in Los Angeles, Dr. Brodney, helped me fix my eyes. And we kind of came up with this idea. I did 50 crazy challenges to reinvent myself before I turned 50. And that's the basis of this book, is starting over.
I say a journey of 1,000 steps starts with one, right?
Yes.
And I think this is such an important conversation right now because, as you point out, Los Angeles has been through so much this month. It's been such a devastating month for so many of our community members. There's so many people that are hurting right now. And so this comes at such a great time, this conversation about finding ways to improve and change your life. And what I think is really admirable is that in this age of social media, it's so easy for folks to get kind of caught up in the glitz and the glam and to put out this image of what it's supposed to look like, this perfect image. But you're so candid and raw in this book. How did you find that courage to share all these really intimate things?
Thank you. Well, in all honesty, the beginning of the book, I actually wrote in my therapist's office.
Wow.
I didn't think I could do it, and we did it together. And I think that's one of the themes of my book, is that you don't have to do stuff alone. First, I'm a scuba diver, and we never scuba dive without our buddy. And I had an editor help me. I didn't do it by myself. It was a whole team, and the support of my family and my friends and Los Angeles community, my synagogue. It was all very important.
And it's so much of it, they say it's about persistence, right? It's just about sticking with it, right?
It is about sticking with it. And my publisher and my agent joke that I'm so persistent, I'm so tenacious that my second book should be called Relentless.
I love it.
But I said I would only accept that title if the subtitle says, but in a good way.
Oh, I love it. You know, but that's part of the secret sauce, and I love that. And part of the secret sauce of all this is your travels, right? And this is really what has helped with all that healing and all those changes. So I know the book says 6 continents, but you just visited your 7th one. So tell us a little bit about that and where are you going next?
Oh my goodness, I loved being in Antarctica. I was with Quark Expeditions on their ship called Ultramarine. And one of the things that was so lovely for me is through the 50 challenges in the book and writing the book, every single time someone suggested I do something, I always said no. I didn't want to do it. I was too scared. It was too much. I couldn't handle it. But now, when I went on the Ultramarine, they're like, would you like to go stand up paddleboarding, like in Antarctica? And so, yes, I did fall in the water. It was freezing, but I had a dry suit. But then after I fell in stand up paddleboarding, they're like, how about a polar plunge? And I was like, okay. So I did the polar plunge.
Wow.
I saw 3 kinds of penguins. The staff
gosh.
on the ultramarine, the penguinologist, has been working with Quark for 30 years.
Wow.
He knew everything about every kind of penguin. Also, on that particular ship, they have 2 helicopters. Everybody flew over Antarctica.
Oh my gosh.
We walked on the fast ice. It was amazing. And we were so far south, we crossed the Antarctic Circle.
Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, I need you to take me on your next adventure.
I would like that.
Because I think that that is such an amazing way to make those small changes in our lives. Lisa Niver, thank you so very much for your time. You're an incredible human. Really appreciate it. You can find Bravish at Amazon, Target, and Barnes & Noble. She's won the 10th award for this book. So recommend you check it out. Thank you again for coming on. And please keep us posted on your travels.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back. We have more news just ahead.